Every morning you start your engine and shave thousands of miles off its life. A cold engine suffers 23% more wear, and most owners make it worse before leaving the driveway. The gap between a Japanese car that dies at 150,000 miles and one reaching 500,000 miles almost never comes down to engineering. It comes down to 10 habits, and the first starts the second you turn that key. A cold engine is at its most vulnerable. Oil thickens below 70 degrees Fahrenheit, clinging to the pan while metal parts spin dry. The Society of Automotive Engineers measured a 23% spike in cylinder wall wear when drivers hit the gas before the coolant needle even budges. That's not a myth, it's hard lab data. Now picture a 2020 Toyota Camry with over 500,000 miles on the clock. The owner, a daily commuter, credits one thing above all: never rushing the morning start. Each day he lets the engine idle for 30 seconds, then drives gently, keeping the revs below 2,000 until the temperature gauge settles in the middle. No hard acceleration, no sudden throttle. This routine isn't about babying the car, it's about letting the oil reach every bearing and cam before asking for real power. The result is less metal-to-metal contact, fewer microscopic scratches, and a bottom end that lasts decades. Gentle starts aren't a superstition. They're the baseline habit for anyone aiming to join the high-mileage club. Oil changes aren't one-size-fits-all. What matters most isn't the number on your sticker, but how you actually drive. Take the story of a 2008 Honda Accord owned by a school bus driver in Ohio. He clocked nearly 400,000 miles by tailoring his oil changes to his routine. Highway runs let him stretch intervals to 7,500 miles, but during winter, with short trips and cold starts, he dropped back to 5,000 miles. Short journeys never let the engine heat up enough to evaporate moisture, so water and fuel collect in the oil. That is the recipe for sludge, thick, tar-like gunk that can form in just 3,000 miles under severe use. Sludge chokes oil passages and can quietly destroy an engine long before you see a warning light. Owners who adjust their oil change schedule to match their driving, shortening intervals in harsh climates or stop-and-go traffic report up to 30% fewer major repairs. The difference is simple. Listen to your car, not just the calendar. Automatic transmission fluid is not a lifetime fill. It is a consumable, just like engine oil. Ignore it, and you are gambling with the most expensive part of your drivetrain. Independent shop logs from the Midwest tell a clear story. A routine automatic transmission fluid or continuously variable transmission fluid change at 60,000 miles averages about $1,200, including labor and genuine fluid. Wait until the first sign of trouble, slipping, harsh shifts, or a warning light, and the repair bill can skyrocket to $4,500 or more. That is not rare. It is the difference between a simple flush and a full transmission rebuild. The numbers are even starker on certain models. Take the Nissan Altima. Owners who changed continuously variable transmission fluid early typically avoided the dreaded $5,000 replacement. Those who skipped it often faced total transmission failure before 120,000 miles. Preventive service is not wasted money, it is insurance against catastrophic repair. The lesson is simple. Treat transmission fluid like a scheduled expense, not a last resort, and you will keep thousands of dollars in your pocket for years to come. Coolant leaks rarely announce themselves with flashing lights or loud alarms. For one Accord owner in Minnesota, the only warning was a faint, sweet smell and a small puddle under the car after a bitterly cold night. His daughter mentioned it at breakfast. Instead of ignoring it, he took the car in for a pressure test, routine for him every 2 years or 30,000 miles, but a step many owners skip. The shop found a tiny leak in the thermostat housing. The fix? A new gasket and a flush, all for under $100. By catching it early, he dodged a cracked radiator and a warped cylinder head. repairs that would have cost over $1,500. Cooling systems do not forgive neglect. Hoses stiffen in the cold, seals shrink, and a slow drip can turn into a blown engine before you even notice the gauge rising. That is why disciplined owners check coolant levels every few weeks in winter and never wait for an overheat light to act. Early intervention is the difference between a cheap gasket and a catastrophic bill. Every strange noise, faint vibration, or tiny leak is a message from your car. Ignoring them is how small problems turn into massive repair bills. That is why some of the longest-running Japanese vehicles, especially high-mileage Prius fleets in Texas, live by a strict rule: inspect and fix at the first sign of trouble. One Prius fleet manager kept a detailed log of every squeak and rattle. When a rear axle bushing started to whine at just 30,000 miles, he replaced it immediately. The result? That fleet averaged over 420,000 miles before needing any major suspension work. Compare that to a rival group who waited until parts failed. They lost twice as many cars to downtime with a 50% higher repair rate. The difference was not luck or a special part. It was discipline. Quick response to small symptoms means less time in the shop, more time on the road, and thousands saved over the life of the car. Treat every odd sound as a to-do, not a background detail. Every long-lived Japanese car shares one overlooked habit. The owner never gambles with fluids or parts. It's not just about changing oil or coolant on time. It's about using the exact chemistry the engineers designed for. Aftermarket fluids might promise universal compatibility, but their additive packages rarely match the anti-wear and anti-corrosion formulas built into genuine Toyota, Honda, or Mazda products. That difference can mean the world under real-world stress. Take the story of a 2014 Mazda 6 Courier in Arizona. This car ran relentless highway loops in desert heat, racking up 368,000 miles. The owner flushed the cooling system every 30,000 miles, but only with Subaru-type antifreeze. No generic blends. For oil, he trusted a premium filter with a stainless steel mesh, not a bargain bin paper element. When the intake manifold cracked at 340,000 miles, he sourced a used OEM part instead of a cheap aftermarket fix. The car never suffered a major failure, even as others in the fleet dropped out. The pattern is clear. Stick to fluids and parts with the right chemical makeup, and you cut silent wear before it starts. A quick checklist: always reach for OEM-grade oil, coolant, and filters. Skip the one-size-fits-all stuff. That single choice right from the bottle can mean another 100,000 miles before the next big repair. Smooth driving isn't just about comfort. It's a form of mechanical respect. A Colorado 4Runner guide, clocking over 450,000 miles on mountain passes, credits gentle throttle and steady steering for keeping his suspension and drivetrain tight long after others gave out. Sudden stops and hard launches create shock loads that ripple through axles, mounts, and bushings, multiplying wear with every jolt. But there is another habit these high-mileage owners share: meticulous record-keeping. The operator of a Seattle-based Lexus LS fleet, now past 530,000 miles, logs every service, part, and odd noise in a digital spreadsheet. That log caught a slow rear main seal leak early, saving $4,500 in potential engine repairs. Smart inputs reduce silent stress, but smart logs reveal patterns before they become problems. Together, these habits multiply the odds that a car will outlast its peers year after year. Skipping scheduled maintenance isn't just a gamble, it's a countdown to disaster, especially for engines with interference designs. On a 2008 Corolla, the timing belt was replaced at 90,000 miles, right on schedule. That single decision kept the pistons and valves from colliding. A failure like that can turn a running engine into a block of scrap metal in seconds. Owners who push past the interval risk bent valves, shattered pistons, and a repair bill that easily tops $2,000. But those who treat the calendar like a contract, swapping belts, water pumps, and spark plugs at the right mileage, keep their engines running quietly past 250,000 miles. It's not about superstition, it's mechanical insurance. The most reliable cars on the road aren't lucky. Their owners are disciplined, and the calendar is their secret weapon. Every legendary Japanese car that crosses the 500,000-mile mark has one thing in common. The owner does not wait for parts to fail, they swap them out before trouble starts. That is the real longevity lever. Consider a Subaru Outback with 602,000 miles, run by a logging contractor in the Pacific Northwest. He replaced his CV joints and wheel bearings at 150,000 miles and 250,000 miles long before they squeaked or seized. That single early hub swap avoided a $2,300 failure that would have stranded him deep in the woods. It is the habit of trading out wear parts at half-life, not at the breaking point, that keeps a car out of the scrapyard. This is not overkill. It is how small investments compound to save thousands and add years to a vehicle's life. The lesson is simple. Treat every part with a shelf life as a countdown, not a gamble. That is how you build a car that just will not quit. Right now, Japanese cars still dominate reliability charts, not because of luck, but because owners outsmart wear before it starts. In a world where repairs get pricier every year, discipline is the real superpower. The habits you build today decide how far your car will go. Ready for the next level? Watch on.